Good evening, friends. Welcome back to another, and this time we're changing it around, Xplane video. As you can see from the title, we are back in Xplane 11 after, about a year and a couple of months here. We've been solely flying P3D up until today. So we'll get into why we went back into Xplane here, especially with the newly released Toliss A321. And we'll also talk about some of the things that I've found have improved over the last year or so. But in the meantime, we're going to get going here, continue on to another VATSIM FNO. Minneapolis St. Paul is the featured airport this evening. We are going to obviously go out of Denver, as you can see, and head on over to Minneapolis. A relatively short flight, about an hour and a half, I believe, of airtime, but plenty of time for us to get into some of the details here around what I've seen in Xplane 11 since coming back here in the last couple of days and reinstalling the sim and all the aircrafts and all the plugins and a bunch of Ortho scenery as well. And then we'll talk about the aircraft itself. We'll talk about Toliss A321. Talk about all the features, the things that it has included, the things that I think it lacks, and we will go from there. So, like I said, we haven't done a flight in Xplane yet, so please bear with me. We have to get a lot of this stuff set up here throughout the week to make sure it was ready for the stream today. If there are some quirks, I apologize in advance. Meantime, let's get into the cockpit here and get things fired up. I think I'm actually going to turn off all this noise coming from the Denver scenery. Pretty annoying. Give me 1 second, folks. I guess you can't turn it off. I thought there was an option. Guess not. You can turn off ground traffic, but not all the noise. That's unfortunate. Anyways, let's get back in here and get things going. So we've got power to the aircraft. Go to the Toliss menu. Again, a lot of this stuff I am trying to go from memory. It's been over a year since we've flown Xplane or any of the aircrafts involved. Want some external power going. Where is that? Ground services. High pressure air. Doors are auto right now. They open though. Oh, all the doors are closed, so let's get that open. At the main door. Cargo doors. Epic Flight Simmer, good evening. How you doing, man? get the aircraft cooled down here. Strobes to auto, nav lights on because we've got power to the aircraft now. We will align the IRSs. It is super dark in here, folks. We're going to try to get some lighting going. Not much. Right, IRS is aligned. See what we got here. Current weather at Denver, winds 110 at 9, QNH 3018. Good. Some lights on these displays here. Everything is so dark. Alright, that's good for now. Got jar ground handling, but it doesn't appear the aircrafts or that the vehicles want to pull up. No worries, we probably need to, it's probably not configured for the Toliss aircraft. That's fine. We're doing just basic things here today. We will get our flight plan in. Hopefully there's one loaded. Yes, Denver to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Today we are United 459. Cost index of 35. We're cruising today at 350. Temperature at top of climb, according to ActiveSky, negative 55. Align the IRSs. Sure if Toliss simulates wind data. Looks like they do. Hopefully it's pulling it from the flight plan or ActiveSky though, so not too sure about that. Good stuff. We are on VATSIM as well. We're using the new, looks like Xpilot client. Get those radios on. Some of those quirks talking about. There we go. Just trying to get the cockpit door open there. Let's see who we have online. We've got Denver. By the way, this is the new client. Looks pretty similar to vPilot. Those of you that are familiar with A3D and FSX. So they finally released a nice client here for Xplane. One of the nice features there as well that have changed in the last year. First person we'll call is probably ground 121.85. Then tower is 133.300. Alright, current ATIS.
Pacific 1192, go for ground.
Bravo, showing their parting runways 82517 right. Looking at our position on the airport, 25 is the closest to us.
Run to your flight 458, runway 17 right, taxi via Mike.
5, yoke 7 departure. Chi transition.
Pacific Airways 1192.
Pacific Airways 1192, go for ground.
MSP.
92 is with you, ILS to Minneapolis with Bravo.
Pacific 1192, remain this frequency, we're switching to ground controllers. Stand by.
MSP is currently landing 30, so we'll plan 30 right via the Torgi 3 arrival. And Swan transition. Out there. Oh, direct Swan. McDo is so weird. Alright, look at the init page. Probably gotta do something here on the Toliss tablet if I'm not mistaken. Load the aircraft. There we go. So we planned 165.
Pacific 1192,
Yes.
then we're good.
Tax distribution, we'll leave it in the center there. Cargo.
Go ahead to 1192.
Pacific 1192, Denver ground clear to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport via the Yoke 7 departure. Cheeky transition, then 12. Climb via the SID.
That's about
Departures
right.
on 135.6.
I'm going to change these settings if we can from kilograms to pounds.
92 copies cleared to the Yoke 6. We'll be climbing the SID, squawking 0620.
Pacific 1192, read back correct. Express runway 25 for departure club. Runway 8 for departure club taxi.
Let's see. That setting here. Well, that sucks.
Runway 8 for departure, we'll call 1192.
Alright, no worries. We'll just do some conversions really quick.
Denver ground, good afternoon. Delta 2375, coming to Minneapolis.
1, 3.
Delta 2375, Denver ground, cleared to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airports via the Yoke 7 departure, cheeky transition, then as follows. Main copy SIP, departures on 135.6 and squawk 0676.
2375, cleared Minneapolis Yoke 7, Chi as filed. Frequency 135.6, squawk 0676.
Delta 2375, reback for Xplane A8 for departure, call for taxi.
Alright, clearly it's not going to pull the zero fuel weight stuff for us, so let's... $65.3. Out of range. Why is it telling me out of range? Okay, took the block fuel. Anyone know what we need to put in here for the Toliss? Not liking the zero fuel weight for some reason. Yeah, it's telling me enter these values in init B. Does it want the entire 65,395? Nope, out of range. $24.65.
Enter flight 458, contact Tower 133.3.
Okay, took that.
Enter flight 458, contact Tower 133.3. Good day.
$5, $39. There we go. Took long enough. I told you guys it has been over a year since we've flown in Xplane, so you guys will have to just bear with me. Let me make sure we've got enough fuel to get where we're going. The weird looking McDo. It has your distance, but no estimated fuel on board upon arrival. Quite strange.
Ground Southwest 212, we were cleared via runway 25. Sounds like you're sending people out on runway 8. Just want to confirm which runway.
Southwest 212, expect runway 8.
Okay, Southwest 212, we'll expect runway 8, and we're ready for push.
Southwest 212, push and service area discretion.
Yeah, I feel I just have to do some quick calculation.
We'll advise for 212.
Alright, I think we are pretty much set up here. We'll go over the flight plan in a minute. Just make sure we've got our clearance first.
Ground Pacific 1102, ready to taxi runway 8 with Bravo.
Pacific 1192, thanks for Bravo. Runway 8, taxi via Mike.
3,000 feet, top of climb. Your speed will be managed after we put in
Pacific 1192, I need your squawk 0620, please.
0620, record.
Alright, config 1 plus F. Where do you put in these V-speed? Question I have. Oh, that's weird. When I clicked it the first time, it didn't bring up a performance page. There it is, like normal in any Airbus. Cool. Let me pull back that tab up. It's gonna be a long evening, friends. This is why we picked a pretty short route. We were gonna have some of these things that I need to rework. So V1 155 162 165. What I want to know is, how does it calculate that? Oh, okay, it does have the runway in there. Let me call clearance first, just in case he decides to change it. Oh, delivery is on. Let's do 18.75.
Frontier 456, I hear you very quiet right now. Do you mind turning it back up?
High as it's gonna get.
High as it's gonna get. Clearance delivery. Good evening. United 459, information Bravo, IFR to Minneapolis, St. Paul, please. That's out.
United 459, good evening. Denver delivery. Clear to the St. Paul Airport via the Yoke 7 departure. GG transition, Dennis Mile. Flying via the SID. Denver departure frequency is 135.6. Squawk 0652.
United 459 is clear to Minneapolis, St. Paul, Yoke 7 departure, Chi-Chi transition, Dennis File, climb via the SID, 35.6 for departure, squawk 0652.
United 459, read back correct. Expect runway 8 for departure.
We'll expect runway 8, United 459.
Your information for taxi.
Sorry, I stepped on you. Can you repeat that again?
United 459, contact the ground frequency with your ATIS information for taxi.
Over the ground for taxi. Thank you, 459. Alright, they changed the runway on us. What else is new? So, that being said, let's go back. Well, first of all, let's go to the make do. Change this to... What the hell? Why can't I change the runway? Right, maybe I gotta change the SID first.
Southwest 212 is ready for taxi for runway 8.
Runway 8. Seven.
Southwest
Chief for the
212,
third
sorry,
time.
did you say you have information, Bravo?
Insert.
Yeah, we have information. Bravo on board. We're ready for taxi runway 8.
So it's 212, runway 8, taxi via Mike.
Taxi via Mike for runway 8 for Southwest 212.
Step through that. Sure, that looks good. I like it. I do not like this, the way you have to click the buttons. I think you can change it here in the tablet. In the ass. General settings, joystick behavior.
Grand Delta 2375, information Bravo out of Alpha November for taxi.
Delta
Use
2375,
interface, there we
downtown,
go.
thanks for Bravo.
Use
Follow
mouse
the
wheel,
Southwest
nope.
737 on Bravo Sierra to runway 8.
Let's see if that's better.
Alright, we'll follow Southwest runway 8, Delta 2275.
No, that's worse. Let's go back to the tablet and put back the scroll. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Alright, probe window heat. Let's get the APU started. Seatbelt signs on. Don't smoke in the auto. At least some of that stuff is consistent, right? We've got the nice tablet there, that's cool, but we're going to use our outside EFB for a both. Well, actually, no, let's pull up the app. We'll leave it on that for now. Flap open, start the APU. We're looking outside. Ooh, that sounds nice. Sounds really nice, actually. Look at that. Look at the particle effect. That is what I was missing from Xplane. That looks great. Oh, beans. Get some of these doors closed here. For the life of me, I can't figure out why Toliss has two different tablets. I don't know why, like, Flight Factor isn't all of this in this tablet here on the side. Alright, doors. That'll be ground services. We can get rid of the external power. Get the APU bleed on. Get rid of the high pressure air carts. Doors to auto. We'll leave the cabin door for now. Fuel pumps on. Econ flow, not sure what that is. We'll get that radio on. What else we got? Sure if the cabin door physically opens and closes. But I can see crap anyway. Oh, it sure does. Look at that. We can walk through, folks. Look at that. And good. The cockpit is as dark, or the cabin is as dark as the cockpit. Ridiculous. We've got our window view set up. Making sure that's all good here. Looks good. And you know what? We are just gonna fly this thing again. This will be our first flight here since we've re-downloaded Xplane and put everything in. Figure this out together. Not sure why the speed isn't going to manage, however. What am I doing?
Southwest 212, contact Tower 1 tree, point tree gate.
Report to tower, thanks, Southwest 212.
Oh, I think I know.
Delta 2375, contact Tower 1 tree, point
No,
tree.
I don't know.
33, Delta 2375,
I guess that, I don't know. We'll figure it out once we get airborne. Give me 1 second, folks.
Denver, got Frontier Flight 456, ready taxi 08.
Frontier Flight 456, runway, sorry, did you say runway 8?
08.
Roger, Frontier Flight 456, runway 8, taxi via Mike.
Alright, cabin door closed. It'd be nice to have a cabin door sound. Or cockpit door, rather. Cockpit door locked. Transponder on. Mode C. Beacon on. Emergency exit lights armed. What else are we forgetting? Oh, we need to redo our performance numbers. Because they changed the runway on that loading performance. 1 plus F. I don't know what the runway slope is here. So we'll just go with what this is giving us. 162, 162, 165, flexing to 48. Down 0.1. 62, 62, 65. Down 0.1. One P and 0.5. But the hell? Oh, down 0.1. Oh my gosh. Everyone does it differently. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Better pushback. I think I have that installed. I hope I have it installed. We sure do. Let's pre-plan. We're going to runway 8, which means we're probably going to be pushed back this way. Shit, I don't remember how to do this. Oh, I think I just start. Oh, I think I'd hit enter, right?
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
We are ready, my friend.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Shit, I gotta close it. Close the door. First auto. Alright, I don't have a first officer today, so we gotta run these checklists to make sure we're not forgetting crap. Before start, checklist copy preparations completed, signs on auto, fuel quantity 10.3 kilos. I know there's a way to change that to pounds, we'll figure that out next time. Barrel ref 3018 set.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay. Below the line, windows and doors closed and locked. Beacon on. Thrust levers are at idle. Parking brake is set. 4-star checklist complete. Get rid of the ground handling folks. They were no help to us anyway.
Country flight 456, contact Tower 1 tree, point tree today.
We are back in Xplane, folks.
Release parking brake.
Brakes release. And the auto gate moving away.
And you may start engine.
Look at this aircraft. What a beauty. Gorgeous. Alright, let's get engine 2 started. We've got the bleed. Start the clock as well. Starting engine 2. How are you all doing this evening? Look at this aircraft. Gorgeous.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brakes are set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starting number 1. Yes.
Delta 997 Alpha on a Denver ground, already 3 by 5, you're kind of low. Do you have information, Bravo, on board?
Yep, information, Bravo.
Okay, Delta 997 Alpha on the 8 taxi via Mike.
Runway 8 via Mike, 997 Alpha.
Disconnect.
Frontier Flight 460. Request to push and start. We can take 17 right if able.
Frontier Flight 460, negative, you can expect from the 8 push and start, exact discretion.
Roger that, Frontier Flight 460.
So it's disconnected and light captain has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a good flight.
Thank you, sir. Alright, we've got 2 good starts. APU and master can go. Ignition normal. Alright, flaps 1. That sounds good. I mean, you shouldn't be able to hear the flaps that loud from the cockpit, but sounds good nonetheless. It's cool. Auto rake max. As well as our arms. Takeoff config. Normal. We said 1 down, 0.1. Go to flight controls. Up, center, go down, center, go left, center, go right, center, rudder, go left, center, center. Flight controls check is complete. And ground United 459 information. Bravo ready to taxi runway 808. Leland, yes, we are in Xplane. We are in Xplane.
United 459 runway 8 taxi via Mike.
I cut off. Can you say that again, please?
United 459 runway 8 taxi via Mike.
Runway 8 taxi via Mike, United 459. Alright, so we're actually no Aerosoft. I haven't been able to get it working with the Xplane, so we are just going to use the Navigraph charts altogether for today's flight. So we are here, we're going to taxi via Mike, so we'll pull out the ramp, make a left, and runway 8's our departure. The SID, top altitude is 230, we've got that set in the CDU, and out of runway 8, it's just a climbing left-hand turn northeast bound to Minneapolis, so looks good there. Let's go. Brakes released. Clear left. And we are clear to our right. How you doing today, Leland? Terrain on ND. That on.
Heavyweight taxi, information Bravo.
Delta 33 Heavy, I'm on Denver ground, runway 8, taxi via Mike.
8 via Mike, Delta 33 Heavy.
AW A320 at Denver. Yeah, I know. It's probably my CSL model matching, or the person did not properly code his aircraft when he signed on.
Delta 997 contact, 997 Alpha, contact tower 133.3 today.
Alright folks, I'm just trying to get centered here. Should do it.
United 459 giveaway to a Delta 767 south side of Bravo Gates.
We do not have the traffic, but we'll keep looking for 59. Oh, we got him. We'll give away. Yeah.
And ground front your flight 460 for runway 08.
Roger, flight 460, squawk 0634 normal, please.
Roger, front your flight 460.
Roger, flight 460, runway 8, taxi via Mike, gateway to a United A321 northbound on Mike.
Alright, we'll follow this aircraft. That's another one showing up as British Airways.
I
So
think I have the United Airlines inside and we'll give way and via Mike to 08, front your flight 460.
probably a
Delta
CSL model
33
matching
heavy
for sure.
on Lima. I need you to take a right on Mike to runway 8, please.
Right on Mike, sure about that.
Forgot the slope in Xplane really impacts the performance of the aircraft here. Give it more throttle going up the hill.
United 459, you're on Lima. I need you to take a right on Mike, runway 8, please.
Sorry, I thought you told us to follow the Delta, so we'll right on Mike and then continue down runway 8. Cool. Cabin check. How do we do that? Oh, yep.
Delta 33 heavy contact, tower 133.3 of the flight.
Over down 133.3, have a good night.
I've got to change. That was bothering me.
FedEx 49, ready to taxi to runway 8 with Bravo.
FedEx 40 at 9, runway 8, taxi via Mike.
220, radio check, over.
FedEx 49, heavy runway 8, taxi via Mike.
Taxi via Mike, runway 8, FedEx 49.
Last station before the FedEx crossing.
Does not have weather radar. Oh. Go. Active wind shear. Alright, we are coming up on the runway. We will see you folks airborne. Wish us luck for our first takeoff here in Xplane 11, at least after a year. Hopefully it goes well.
At 459, contact Tower 1, tree, punch, good flight.
Tree, we'll see you at 459.
Delta 33, heavy contact departure.
Over departure, Delta 33.
Tower, good evening. United 459, short runway 08.
Unit 459, District Tower, Unabel Loft, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Sorry, one more time.
Farnab 2 Loft, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway loft, runway 8, clear for takeoff. United 459. All right, let's do it. Strobes on. Backs off. Time to cabin. We need our landing lights. Runaway turnoffs, and we've been cleared. So takeoff lights on as well. Oh, yeah. Clear on the approach, left side and right side.
And Tower, front, your flight 460, holding shot 08 in sequence.
Start the clock.
Frontier Flight 460, Denver Tower, runway 8, loud point.
Takeoff lights.
Runway 8, line up and wait, front, your flight 460.
Staple. Thrust set, man flex, SRS, runway, auto thrust is blue. $80 knots and cross-checked. Neutral by 100. One long takeoff roll. We didn't have to derate this much. It's a V1. Rotate. Easy on the stick so we don't tail strike, and we're up. Positive rate of climb. Gear coming up. Look at that.
Guys, 459, contact departure.
Over to departure. 459, we'll see ya. Departure, good evening, United 459, 6.4 on the SID.
United 459, you're up. Center departure should be 120.35.
Oh, they never gave us the change in the departure frequency. 12, can you give it to us again?
Yeah, it's 120.35.
120.35, thank you, 459, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Climb thrust. Departure, good evening, United 459, 7.2 via the SID.
United 459, departure at a contact.
Pack 1 coming on. Thrust climb, climb, alt, purple. Pack 2 coming on. This feels so smooth, guys. No muss, no fuss. It just flies beautifully. Gorgeous. I am happy to be back.
Got a 33 contact, Denver Center 135.6.
Over to Denver, 135.6, getting connect.
Falcon 502 Echo X-ray Centennial IFR to St. Paul, please.
There's the flaps, or the slats automatically retracting.
Falcon 502 Echo X-ray, go to the Minneapolis Airport as filed, decline via the SID, departure with me. You're squawking 0623.
Flaps 0.
Falcon 502 Echo X-ray is clear to St. Paul as filed.
There is the turnoff and the
Falcon
nose
502
lights.
Echo X-ray, reback is correct. The Altimeter 319 on wind 1608.
Damn, this feels so good. Wow. Johnny boy, what's up, man? This aircraft feels great. I don't know if to give the credit to Toliss or give the credit to just Xplane's great flight dynamics. Cool, man. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I was trying to.
Departure 5460, climbing out of
I was trying to write you and whatnot, but we were departing here, so I couldn't respond back to you.
departure at a contact.
Alright, that's 10,000 feet. Landing lights off. I'm the cabin. And you're right, John. Xplane is a lot of work. I told you I started Monday after work about 8 p.m. reinstalling, downloading this, downloading that, plug in this, plug in that. Half the stuff I didn't even remember where to find or where to get it from. I didn't remember what sceneries I have, what I didn't have. So a lot of work for sure, but I think it's worth it in the end. I mean, look at this, man. It looks great. And to answer your question about what I have for Xplane, I have Flight Factor A320. Let me take off sterile cockpit. I have Flight Factor A320. I have Toliss A319, and now the 321, and then the free Zibo. That's about it. All of the other planes, in my opinion, an Xplane are not worth it. Yeah, I mean, especially with Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 coming out, I am butchering this departure. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 coming out, I mean, is it worth it? It just depends on how much time you have on your hands. I'm not going to go back to the extent of reinstalling everything that I had the first time around in Xplane. That's for sure. I'm only going to do Ortho for the States. And then, like I said, these are the only aircrafts that I'm going to fly. 319, 321, and the Zibo. Autopilot 1 on. I'm not going to waste time or money getting anything else. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, form that I cut it, that's percent 135.6, good night.
35.6, we'll see you 459. Cool, man. Yeah, that's right. You're in Greece. Good luck with that, man.
Minneapolis,
I'm rooting for you.
134.25, good night.
Denver Center, hello again, United 459, 15.4 for 230.
Is that United 459 or Frontier 459?
Alright, what did I say? United 459.
Okay, because there's a Frontier 460 right behind you. United 459, roger, climb maintain the level 350.
350 for United 459, thanks. Yes, do. I love Europe, man. You guys have some great places, man. Everything is just so nice. Send me that landing for sure. Everyone wish John luck. He is going back to flight school to pursue his commercial airline career. But good luck, man. Hopefully you do like the school. Alright, 18,000 feet. Standard sets. Cross check. Cheers, man.
And center front, your flight 460, out of 15,000 for flight level 350. Under flight 460, service center, roger, climb maintain, flight level 350. Flight level 350, front to flight 460.
Service center, double 33, have your request time.
A nice ortho coming in.
Delta 33 heavy, that's fine, climb maintain, flight level 370.
Delta 370, Delta 33, thank you.
Yeah, it's Friday, man.
Delta 33 heavy, just reference traffic at your 2 o'clock, flight level 370, about 8 miles, northwest, correction, northeastbound.
Please follow them about just 2 minutes ago here at the traffic site.
Roger, thank you. Delta 997 Alpha, say Mach speed.
Yeah, it's an FNO, or else you know I would have invited you. Man.
Roger, thank you. Delta 33 heavy, you can maintain Mach 0.78 or less.
Mach 0.78 or less, Delta 33.
How much space that took up on your sim? Which we talking about? So far with Ortho and everything I have installed for Xplane. So like I said, I went and got a new SSD and look at the PC. I've got, this is my regular C drive. D is the HD. I don't really have anything on here. F is reserved for P3D. So I've got all the P3D and all the add-ons here, and this is Xplane. So this is this is Xplane, just US, Canada, and South America. I'm not going to install Europe. When I fly Europe, I'll fly P3D. So I've got that, and my Ortho itself. Let me show you how much I've got done. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the sim. I have no autosave on, so it's screwed if this crashes. So this is how much Ortho I've done since Wednesday night. I've got most of California. I only did this like this. I usually would go in order, but I knew I was doing this flight today. I wanted to get as much Ortho covered for the FNO. So, I mean, gosh, this is a quarter of the United States and still plenty of space left on the SSD. No, I didn't buy the M2. That was a lot more expensive. So I've got X Vision.
We'll be
I've got ActiveSky, obviously. Got Headshake. I tried XP Realistic Pro, but for some reason it's not picking it up. What's going on? I had Headshake, I think I deleted it, but...
Southwest 212, contact Minneapolis 134.25.
Oh no, that's why everything is so stiff. You're not getting any head motion or anything like that. Now look at the Ortho. Jeez. And this is only zoom level 16. It's not even that zoomed in. Looks amazing. Yeah, I like how it turned out, man. It looks good. Like I said, it's nothing. You just set it to run overnight. 1, 2, 3. The reason why it took me so long the last time around to do Ortho, the very first time I was doing it last year, was because I didn't realize it does it slower on the HD versus an SSD. So I did 85 tiles in about 12 hours, whereas previously that used to take about 24 hours or more. I'm definitely able to do the Ortho tiles a lot faster, and I only edit the zoom levels when it's around the airports that I have add-ons for. Everything else is just level 16 and just set it to run. Yeah, this is going to be the first and only flight this afternoon. I am dog tired. Just wanted to
997 Alpha, Roger.
try it out. And maybe we'll do some flights tomorrow if you're available, John.
Air Canada 465 24230. Air Canada 465, Denver Center, climb
I'm
maintain
not
flight
liking
level
how the evenings
390.
are looking. I may need to use a different X Vision preset. Looks too orangey. I don't know what you guys think, or if it's just me. Oh, you need to do a VA. Do the VA flight before I wake. You can do that before. I'll be sleeping when you get up. Too fiery, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I'm gonna have to look for another preset. The daytime looks good, but I don't like the way it looks in the evenings.
United 393, thanks. You can descend by the green tree arrival.
And these lights remind me of Aerosoft. They don't do a damn thing.
United 393.
It's so dark in here. I didn't even squawk TARA. Or did I? Yes, I did. Cool. Tomorrow? I don't know. You pick. If it's Europe, I'll have to fly P3D. You want to fly in the States? Actually, depending on where you want to fly in the States, I may have to do P3D too. I only have a couple airports right now installed for Xplane, but Xplane airports are no muss, no fuss to install, so it takes a couple seconds. Okay. Yeah, let me know where in the States and I'll get the aircrafts installed. I may have some Ortho files to run too.
What the 33 heavy was it?
We're going to be late 15 minutes, we'll report back.
Alright, Roger, thanks.
You know what, John? Let's do Europe. I haven't flown Europe in a little bit. Actually, we'll see when I get up.
Right now,
Freestyle Aviation, how you doing, man? Long time no see for sure. I didn't stream last week, but we were on the previous weeks. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. We are in Xplane today. So far, the A321, man, I love the way it feels. That departure felt really nice, but this aircraft is a bit quirky. The cockpit textures can look a lot better, in my opinion.
Delta 997 Alpha.
The lights are way too dull.
Denver Center.
Cockpit's too dark.
Flight level 215.
For the price, it can be a lot better. But outside is TFDI. Remarkable. Sounds are relatively decent for stock sounds.
Delta 997 Alpha, are you able any faster?
Crystal Aviation, oh, you have Xplane too? Cool. Yeah, I had it about a year ago. We stopped flying it and actually uninstalled it altogether. Then I decided to.
I didn't catch that second.
What's the story? No, you do not want to know how much I paid for this plane, man. Yeah, I missed certain things about Xplane that P3 doesn't have.
That's fine, I'm just
Silly
showing
things
about
to
a
other
20 knot
people,
overtake
but,
from traffic behind, so as soon as they get back to their
to me
ASK,
it
I'll slow
matters.
them down.
Like, I love being able to just walk through the cabin. That's pretty cool.
So
You hear
the
the
33 heavy
differences
back
in
to
the
you.
sound.
Upper
And then
33 heavy,
we're in the
roger.
cabin.
I'm showing about a 20 knot overtake of traffic ahead, reduced speed, Mach
Love the particle
0.75 or
effects.
less.
My
Mach
favorite thing
0.75
about
up to
Xplane is
33.
obviously the
Center, good evening.
I guess if we didn't have the ability to do Ortho and Xplane, I don't think I would pursue it.
Frontier 791, Denver Center, good evening, claim
You
maintain,
like the
level
jar based
360.
A330? My first go around with the jar product when I first got Xplane last year was not good. Their A320 was terrible. I didn't have the A330, but Aerosoft's A330 is pretty decent. I don't own the jar A330, so I couldn't say. Sure, it's taking a long time to get to the top of the climb. Oh, not really. We're only 22 minutes in. It was longer. Right, Alt Cruise, seatbelt signs off. $384 miles to the top of descent. AK roughly
Denver Center,
45.
good evening. FedEx 557, 180, climbing 310.
X557 heavy, Denver Center, roger, climb maintain, level
flying when we
310.
visit. Yeah, I'm trying to. I gotta
level
I
310,
haven't been in
FedEx
forever. I gotta contact the school. That is the plan, yes sir.
FedEx 49 heavy, do you know what your cruise Mach speed will be?
Looks like it's calling for 828.
FedEx 49 heavy, roger, thanks. United 393, contact approach 120.35, good day.
120.35 for United 393.
Traffic flow into Minneapolis is not insane right now. It's manageable, but we'll see as we get closer. Last time we were put in a hold, if you guys remember, back about a month or so ago. So hopefully we don't have that tonight. And then we'll pick up the star. Ogie 3. We'll be at top of descent here in no time. Alright, John, man. Have a good night, bro. After midnight your time. Yes, I'm gonna need all the luck. I'll see you, bud. Take care. Link me in the morning and we'll fly. With the Aviation, oh, you have both? You like both? Or well, actually, no, you said you prefer the jar. Alright, John, see you, man.
Denver Center 506, Charlie Mike at 15,000.
November 506, Charlie Mike, Denver Center, roger, welcome.
Santa FedEx 49 Heavy, request 3 minutes away.
Anyone else picked up the A321?
49 Heavy, that's fine, just report back.
We'll report back, thank you, sir.
Toliss? Interested to know what you guys think.
502 Echo X-rays coming through flight level 260 now for flight level 430.
November 502 Echo X-ray, Denver Center Roger, climb maintain flight level 430.
Maintain flight level 430 to Echo X-ray.
Alright, I may look at the JAR A330 then if that's better. I'll have a look at it. I know when I first downloaded the JAR aircrafts, man, they I don't know, I was not impressed.
Denver Center, FedEx 49 Heavy back, thank you, sir.
FedEx 49 Heavy, roger, thanks.
Denver Center, Delta 33 Heavy. Are we gonna, is Mach 0.75 in there for the speed?
Delta 33 Heavy, affirmative for now. Traffic ahead is showing about the same ground speed. Trying to keep about a 1.5 mile in trail space.
Alright, no problem, Delta 63.
Flight Honolulu to
November 2 Echo X-ray, Denver Center.
Australia, PMDG. Who makes the
November 2 Echo
MD-11
X-ray,
against the P3D? Freestyle Aviation?
eastbound flight, I can give you flight level 410 or flight level 450.
Oh, we can take 450 to Echo X-ray.
Alright, November 2 Echo X-ray, climb maintain flight level 450.
Maintain 450 to Echo X-ray.
Delta 997 Alpha, contact Minneapolis 134.25, good day. Delta 997 Alpha, contact Minneapolis Center 134.25, good day. Denver Center, good evening, Delta 884 checking in, level 320. Delta 884, Denver Center, welcome aboard. Delta 997 Alpha, Denver Center.
It's super dark.
What was that?
Acknowledging that number for 997 Alpha.
Okay, roger. Delta 33 Heavy, contact Minneapolis 134.25, good day.
You guys are awesome. What a fun time. This is a fun time. I'm going to send you guys over to...
What the heck was that about?
United 459, say Mach speed.
F459 Mach 0.81.
It's a little early, but Frontier 460, can you reduce your speed Mach 0.75 or less?
Frontier 460.75 or less.
J&G Aviation, yo, how are you tonight?
United 459, reduce speed Mach 0.78 or less.
0.78 or less, 459.
United 459, be advised, traffic ahead is at Mach 0.75. You'll probably get another reduction once you get to Minneapolis.
No worries, thank you for 459. Gonna be slow rolling in the Minneapolis tonight, folks. Slow rolling.
And I missed the call sign to the south of Rattlesnake.
Gotta look for another X-Vision preset. This looks too weird in the evening time. Too hazy.
Up to 8572, Denver Center radar contact, say altitude, and squawk mode Charlie. Thank you. 553 Denver Center, climb maintain, flight level 320.
320 American Flag.
Southwest 796 Denver Center, climb maintain, flight level 370. At 459, contact Minneapolis 134.25 today.
3425, we'll see 459. Minneapolis, good evening, United 459, flight level 350, restricted Mach 0.78.
Still on Denver.
Alright.
Runway 35, 3020, Mach 329.
Solaris 1573, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47, good night. Southwest 1048, resume published speeds.
Published
Pitch
Southwest
black.
And Southwest 1048, just to verify descending via the NITSR 3 for 35 now.
Yes, sir. NITSR 3 for 35, Southwest 1048.
Thank you.
Minneapolis, good evening, United 459, flight level 350, restricted Mach 0.78.
United 459, Minneapolis Center, Roger. What's normal Mach number?
Mach 0.80.
United 459, Roger. I'll be able to get you that back shortly. And United 459 for you, do squawk code squawk 6304.
6304, 459.
Delta 997 Alpha, clear direct Swan. Delta 33, clear direct Swan.
Direct Swan, Delta 33.
Solaris 1573, contact Minneapolis Bridge 135.47 if you're still here. Minneapolis Center, Midcon 1148 is back with US frequency and we have
Toliss,
Midcon
these lights don't
1148,
even
Roger.
work.
Let approach now. And actually, before you get there, I suspect it'll probably change top of the hour. Roger, Midcon 1148.
Minneapolis Center, Frontier Flight 460 at flight level 350.
Frontier Flight 460, Minneapolis Center, Roger. What's normal Mach?
Usually do 0.78, doing 0.75 now.
Southwest 1048, contact Minneapolis Bridge 135.47.
3547, great job, sir.
Alright, we got about 217 nautical miles to the top of descent.
American 280 Alpha, say airspeed.
American 280 Alpha, we're currently doing 310, about to bring it back.
Leland, Ectors.
Okay, American 280 Alpha, Roger. Just a
Aerosoft
heads
is
up,
waiting
your arrival
on
does say
jar.
descend on your Mach number to intercept
No
280.
doubt. Yeah, I think so, man. So Leland, you have the JAR A330?
Frontier 460, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, Frontier 460, thanks.
Minneapolis Center, 880, 60, Southwest, Lamona, level 28 now.
Spirit Wings 880, Minneapolis Center, radar contact. And squawk 63, or correction, squawk 5606. American 1578, clear direct NITSR, descend via NITSR 3 arrival, runway 35 transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020.
Direct NITSR, descend via the NITSR 3 arrival, 35 transition, and copy the altimeter American 1578.
FedEx 450, descend via Bloom 3 arrival, runway 35 transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020. FedEx 11, correction, FedEx 450, amend the transition, descend via Bloom 3, arrival 30 left transition. UPS 8111 Heavy, amend your transition, descend via Bloom 3, arrival 30 left transition, 30 left.
Alright, we'll change for 30 left transition for UPS 8111.
Spirit Wings 880, squawk 5606.
Yeah, we're showing 5606 contact.
Okay, I'm still showing you on a 2200 code. I'll disregard, that's not you. Spirit Wings 880, disregard. American 280 Alpha, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47, good night.
135.47, 280 Alpha.
We have Center Delta 33, I will be away for a few minutes, we'll put back.
Delta 33 approved. And Delta 33, what's normal speed?
30, normal speed would be 0.8.
Delta 33, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, Delta 33, I'll be.
So, one of our buddies, Simon, says he's been having nothing but CTDs on top of descent in the Toliss A321 so far. Hopefully that is not the case for us this evening. We'll see.
Country 261, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 310 and verify leaving 16016. Country 261, climb and maintain flight level 310 and verify you're leaving 16000. Southwest 2452, contact Denver Center 135.6.
135.6 for Southwest 2452, good luck.
Thanks.
Turn these screens up here for you guys, it's a bit dark.
Midcon 1148, cross Fuzzy at maintain flight level 330.
Cross Fuzzy at flight level 330, Midcon 1148.
Delta 775, descend via Nitzer at 3 arrival, runway 35, transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020.
Good evening, Air Canada 465390.
Air Canada 465, Minneapolis Center, reset transponder, squawk 6323.
6323. Bay Center, American 1679, 350.
American 1679, Minneapolis Center here.
459, normal Mach was 80.
7, flight level 310.
Stepped on somebody. United 459, normal Mach was 80, correct? United 459.
I'm sorry, you United 459 Mach point 80 is normal.
United 459, resume normal speed.
Normal speed 459.
Delta 997 Alpha, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4. And FedEx 557 Minneapolis Center, copy your check on lower in 2 minutes. FedEx 5. Sun Country 261.
Looks like about 157 miles to top of descent. I'm going to start understanding our weather and what they're doing down here at the airport, just so we are well prepared. Looks like they're landing 30 left.
American 329, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
3547, American 329, see ya.
UPS 8111 heavy, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47. Good night.
135.47, UPS 8111 heavy, good night.
Delta 3300 back to you.
Actually, they're shooting visuals to both runways.
And Delta 33, contact Minneapolis Center 133.
I'm going to assume, because we are
Calling
arriving,
Minneapolis Center 13344, yes, good night.
we are arriving from the south. We're gonna get 30 left. So let me go ahead and update that.
Minneapolis Center, Midcon 1148, Ruby, continuing descent past Fuzzy here. Midcon 1148 was just about to give it to you. Descend via the Midsurg 3 arrival, runway 35 transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020. Descend via the Midsurg 3 for runway 35, Midcon 1148. Delta 775, reduce speed at 250 on the descent.
Change this to Hasty.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Bernier 32915 South Des Moines, flight level trade 0.
And just 329 call sign, say just the call sign again.
Bernier, as in Chris Bernier.
Okay, so we've got 200 feet for our minimums. We'll go ahead and plug that in. And then the actual arrival.
Brunner 329.
We've got Eric. 280 above 240. Porgy 280 above 13. And so on and so on and so on and so forth. So we'll make sure we have all these speed and altitude restrictions programmed into the box.
Midcon 1148, clear
In terms of the gate, to be honest, until I get EFB up, we're just going to pick the gate.
American 1578, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47. Good night.
3547, American 1578. Great job. Good night.
Good night.
Alright, let's change that. 30 left.
FedEx 450, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47. Good night. 135.47, FedEx.
Build the Torgy 3. Captain. And Swan was our transition.
FedEx 557, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 16,000 miles, altimeter 3021.
Go ahead and insert that.
FedEx 557, pilot's discretion, descend in 16,000, altimeter 3021.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Delta 2566, climbing through 13,600 for 17,000.
Delta 2566, Minneapolis Center, call maintain flight level 310.
For FSD, Swan,
Delta 2566.
Route 329, revised routing Minneapolis, revised ready to copy.
Bernier 329, ready to copy.
Radar 329, you're at third Minneapolis Airport, direct Raz, Romeo, Romeo, Alpha, Zulu, Zulu, and the NITSR 3 arrival, maintain flight level 380.
Okay, clear position, direct Raz, and then it's a 3, flight level 382, Radar 329.
That's a plan mode. Let's step through.
Minneapolis has a FedEx 49 checking in with you, flight level 310.
FedEx 49, Minneapolis, center new code, squawk 6345, and what's your normal Mach number?
My normal Mach number would be 82, but he's got me at 75, FedEx 49.
FedEx 49, roger, and squawk 6345.
World squawk 6345, thank you, sir.
American 1679, same Mach number.
1679, 78.
American 1679, you have a Mach 0.80 or greater.
Can do 0.80, 1678.
American 1679, roger, do the best you can, maintain Mach 0.80 or greater.
0.80 or greater, 1679.
FedEx 49, maintain Mach 0.78, I can give you some of that back.
Very kind of you, sir. 0.78, FedEx 49, roger.
Alright, 200 for the decision height. Ups.
Spare wings 880 for direction of flight, to maintain level 370.
The weather at St. Paul right now, we're looking at 300 at
United
6.
459, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
133.4, 459, we'll see you.
Roger on the traffic, Canadair 287.
Canadair 2187 turns 30 degrees right, vectors for spacing from that traffic.
Center, good evening, United 459 with you, flight level 350.
Canadair 2187 turns 30 degrees right, vectors for space.
It is cold down there, folks, so negative 6 degrees Celsius, about 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Clear skies though, so we probably won't need any
turns 30
anti-icing.
degrees right, vectors for space, over.
Canadair 2187, turn 30 degrees right for traffic.
Delta 2375, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
At least speed and altitude restrictions are in there, so...
United 459, Minneapolis, I believe you were checking on. Good evening.
Correct, good evening.
Delta 997 Alpha, descend via the Torquay 3 arrival, runway 30 left transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020. Canadair 1002, radar contact 50 miles north of Grand Forks, maintain, for direction of flight, recommend flight level 300 or 320, let me know which altitude you prefer.
320, Canadair West.
Canadair 1002, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, that's power 798, 25.8, now climbing to 370.
Power 798, Minneapolis, roger, someone gave you that frequency, go back to your last one to get the new one.
I just started with this one, just picking up frequency to get on center.
And I'm sorry, where are you located?
We're coming out of Kansas City, so...
Okay, try Minneapolis Center on 134.25, 3425.
Alright, 3425, thanks, boss, see you.
You're my tails request.
Canadair 2187, proceed direct to Dupree, Delta Papa Romeo, resume navigation. Canadair 2187, proceed direct to Dupree, resume navigation, Delta Papa Romeo.
Minnesota, Minneapolis Tower, Canadair 2187, regular flight to head to DPR, Canadair 2187.
Okay, thank you. And November 0, Mike Tango, go ahead.
Anything I do to help speed this thing up to get myself out of your airspace?
I'm sorry, say again?
Can I get direct like Lucy or Sauger to get you, just to kind of speed things up for you, or no?
0 Mike Tango, direct Lucy is okay with me. Resume the Torgy, I'm sorry, correction, I resumed the Bainey 3 arrival at Lucy, and descend via runway 30 right transition.
Okay, we would descend via 30 right transition, direct Lucy 11,000, 0 Mike Tango.
And Minneapolis Central Frontier Flight 460 is with you at flight level 350.
Frontier Flight 460, Minneapolis Center, roger. Delta 33, descend via the Torgy 3 arrival, runway 30 left
About
transition,
79
Minneapolis
miles to
altimeter
top of
3020.
Delta 3371, alright, correction. Descend by the Torgy 30 arrival, 30 left transition, altimeter 3020, Delta 33.
Firepower 420, 10,100, 17,000.
Power 420, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 360.
That's level 360, power 420.
November 149er Alpha Charlie, clearance available, advise ready to copy.
Sorry, Jay, just 0 Mike Tango, trying to help out, trying to get off your frequency.
November 149er Alpha Charlie, clearance available, advise ready to copy. United 459, descend via the Torgy 3 arrival, runway 30 left transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020.
Via the Torgy 3, runway 30 left transition, and we have information. Foxtrot at Minneapolis next.
Yeah, roger, let approach control know when you have that initial contact.
Will do, thanks. Alright, so we've been given clearance to descend via the arrival. We've still got about 66 nautical miles until our calculated top of descent, so we'll give it a couple more miles before we start actually heading down. I believe this arrival calls for you to maintain your current Mach until restricted by the actual star.
Canada 2187, check your altitude. You're indicating flight level 316 climbing. I have traffic, company traffic off your 8 o'clock position. That's going to be a factor for you. You need to
Aircraft
stop.
descend via
Descend to
Mach
maintain
number
flight level
until
310.
intercepting
That's going to
280
be your
knots,
final for
maintain
now.
280 until slowed by the star or assigned by ATC.
Descend
we'll
and
make sure we're
maintain
following that.
310, Canada 2187.
And I'm going to start top of descent here a little bit earlier than what the FMC or MCDU is telling us. Again, first time back in Xplane for a while here, and I don't know what the descent profile is like here for the Toliss. So we'll give ourselves plenty of time to adjust.
Good evening, Air Canada 465390.
Air Canada 465, Minneapolis Center, roger. Frontier Flight 460, descend via the Torgy 3 arrival, runway 30 left transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3020.
Descend via Torgy 3 for 30 left, Frontier Flight 460, Foxtrot.
Thanks, let approach control know on initial contact when you have that. No applicability here with the edit.
Welcome.
Center's Power 420, we got Foxtrot for Minneapolis.
Going pro next week.
Trying.
Citation 0 Mike Tango, contact Minneapolis, approach 126.35. Good night.
4635, we'll see you on the rebound.
One thing we can do is, since again my Aerosoft EFB is not working with Xplane yet, so I gotta figure out what's going on. I want to pull up the taxi charts, that way when we land, we know where we're heading. Cool, so we'll go ahead and we'll pin that. 30 left, and I don't know, we'll park somewhere over here. We are United, not sure where United parks at Minneapolis, so we'll just pull into the first available gate there. Not too worried about it tonight. And we're gonna start descending here. Plug in V8.
Delta 997 Alpha, reduce speed to 250 for spacing.
240 managed.
Delta 997 Alpha, reduce speed to 250 for spacing. And be advised, you're about 5 by 2 again on comms. Actually, I'm sorry, I should reverse that. It's about 2 to 3 by 5 at best. You're clear, it's just not very audible. That's better, thanks.
Demas, to be honest, man, there is no other A321 in Xplane. So is it worth the buy if you really, really want an A321? I would say sure. But if I'm comparing it to the A321s that we have in Prepare 3D, no way. This thing was almost $80, 80 US dollars. The FSLABS A321 wasn't even that much, and it's a lot better than this aircraft. It's solid, don't get me wrong, but for what you're getting, I don't think it's worth $80 for sure. But considering this is the only A321, at least the only A321 worth flying in Xplane, then yes.
American 1679, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
So we have started our tower descent very slowly here, slowly making our way down.
FedEx 49 checking in with you, flight level 310.
FedEx 49, Minneapolis Center, roger. Red 004 Minneapolis Center, good evening, squawk 4212. Air Canada 465, descend via the Torquay 3 arrival, runway 30 left transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3019er.
Torquay 3, 30 left, Air Canada 465.
Delta 997 Alpha at Austin, resume published speeds on the arrival, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47, good night. Frequency 135.47, 3547.
So again, weather down in Minneapolis, pretty cold right now, but clear skies, no precipitation in the area.
004, radar contact 50 miles north of
So we're not worried about icing or anything like that. And I think the ATIS is calling for visual approaches, so pretty clear and nice day down there, just pretty cold. Or evening, I should say.
To Mach 0.76 for intrail space.
0.76 Mach for spacing, FedEx 49 Heavy.
We're getting about 134 miles altogether to the airport.
Minneapolis Center, Power 103, checking in at 17,000.
Power 103, Minneapolis, clock 4547, good evening.
4547.
Power 420, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 8,000, Fargo altimeter 3014.
Pilot's discretion 8,000.
I'll get correction, Tower 103, I'll get it right. Radar contact 80 miles north of Thief River Falls, altitude check, standby for altimeter.
So what I was looking for, folks, back on the ground when I was loading the aircraft is
3010.
Kilograms to pound. Anyone know if that is
FedEx 49, descend via the 43 arrival, runway 30 left transition. Except maintain
Demas,
Mach
to be honest, I haven't
0.66 for
flown
spacing, and the Minneapolis
Xplane
altimeter 3019er.
in over a year and a half. Actually, a year and about 2 months. So I haven't Toliss installed or reinstalled Xplane earlier this week. This is the first aircraft that I'm flying, so I can't remember what the Toliss A321 feels like.
American 1679, descend via the Torquay 3 arrival, runway 30 left transition, except maintain Mach 0.80 or greater. Maintain, correction,
Well, they gave us the ability to change from HPA to inches and even the transition level, but
Torquay 330 left, 0.80 or greater, American 1679.
sure where kilograms to pounds is.
Good evening, Gate, Air Guy number 162, Bravo Romeo, 17,000, direct key brew.
Number 162, Bravo Romeo, Minneapolis Center, Roger, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Level 320 to Bravo Romeo, you pitch up.
Minneapolis Center, WestJet 557, looking flight level 30.
WestJet 557, Minneapolis Center, hello.
Guess you can't change it. Alright, no worries.
Delta 33, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47, good night.
Well, approach 135.47, now again.
Alright, so our rate of descent has increased here as we get closer to the airport. We're going to get the seatbelt signs on.
Minneapolis Center K, Express 557, climbing through flight level 285 for 310.
Data Express 557, Minneapolis Center, squawk 4546, good evening.
4546, K, Express 557.
Frontier Flight 460, reduce speed at 250 for internal space.
Speed 250, Frontier Flight 460.
United 459, reduce speed at 250.
250 knots, 459. Bring that speed way back. And let's continue that descent. Route some speed brake here to help the aircraft slow down.
And Express 557, radar contact 80 miles north of Deep River Falls.
557.
Minneapolis Center, number 2, Bravo Romeo, request direct Devils Lake.
American 2, Bravo Romeo, clear direct Devils Lake Airport.
Direct to the Devils Lake Airport 2, Bravo Romeo.
We're actually going to take over a descent here. We can be a little bit lower, crossing some of these restrictions.
Spare Wings 612, Minneapolis Center, good evening. United 459, resume published speeds at Austin on the arrival. Contact Minneapolis approach 135.47, good night.
Resume published speeds at Austin, and what's the frequency?
135.47.
3547, we'll see 459, great job.
Frontier Flight 460, resume.
And then join the arrival from there.
Arcadian, then join the arrival for
So back to 280 knots. Approach, good evening, United 459, descending via the Torquay 3, normal speed, and information Foxtrot at Minneapolis.
At 459, approach, thanks for Foxtrot, 30 left.
30 left, 459.
Approach Frontier Flight 460, information Foxtrot, descending via the star.
Frontier Flight 460, Minneapolis approach, thanks for Foxtrot, 30 left.
30 left, Frontier Flight 460.
Minneapolis approach, good evening.
And it's also missing that indicator that shows the waypoint that you're going
Heavy Minneapolis
to
approach. It is Gulf's current now, the
pass that you're
3019er.
indicated
Expect the visual 30
altitude.
left.
Not sure what's up with
Expect a
that.
visual 30 left for UPS 005 Heavy.
Delta 997 Alpha, did you get it figured out?
Alright, 18,000. 3019 set. We'll go auto brake low. Terrain on ND.
No, it should be Mauer, Mike Alpha,
LS.
Uniform Echo Romeo. And maintain 8,000. I'm gonna maintain 8,000.
Got weather update 270 at 3.
Minneapolis, good evening, Windy City 3601, we're on a 10-3, descending across Delzy at 7,000.
Negative 6 degrees Celsius. Still.
City 3601, Minneapolis approach, expect the visual 35.
35.
Looked like we picked a good window to fly, folks. No holds being issued tonight into Minneapolis, so that's good.
City 3601, traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles northbound to heavy Boeing 747 at 14,000, descending caution with turbulence.
There we got the traffic say Windy City 3601.
Delta 997 Alpha, contact approach 126.95.
Back to manage speed and altitude there. There's our airport off to the distance. And here is us on our arrival.
Minneapolis approach, good evening, Brunner 329, 12,000.
Brunner 329, Minneapolis approach, call screen advise, you have that, the altimeter 3019, expect the visual 35.
Brunner 329 has golf and visual for 35.
Good stuff. We are set up and looking nicely. Aircraft is slowing down to that 250 knot restriction. We're holding at 10,000 for now. We should be going down to 8,000 here momentarily. And there we go. We can get our landing lights on now. Time to cabin. Wing lights can come on. So can our nav lights. I think that is all we need for now. Looking good.
Windy City 3601, what's the best Ford you can give me to 5 mile final?
We can give you 240 to a 5 mile final.
Haha, sweet. Grand 329 is set to maintain 8,000, reduce speed to 220 knots. For now, you'll be following a dash 8.
Down 8,000, 220 knots following the dash 8, Brunner 329.
So our last restriction is 210 at 8,000, so we will not descend below that.
Heavy contact approach 126.95.
Over to approach 126.95, good night.
First square wings 880, answer 3 through 16.5, and golf. Square wings 880, Minneapolis approach, visual 35. Visual 35.
UPS 005 Heavy, contact approach 126.95.
12695, UPS 5, we'll see you.
Roger, Canada 465, Torquay 3, 430 left.
465 approach, Gulf skirt, advise you have that, visual 30 left.
30 left, we'll pick up Golf 465.
We're going to 329, turn right heading 050 vector for sequence.
Look
Right,
at
heading
all
050,
those
ready for
aircrafts
329.
down there. Wow.
Windy City 3601, fly present heading, just to maintain 5,000, and what will that heading be?
5,001 is the heading for Windy City 3601.
Thank you. Brunner, I like it. 459, contact approach 126.95.
2695, we'll see you. Great job. 459.
Thanks.
What? Approach, good evening, United 459, 8,000 on the Torquay 330 left, Foxtrot, so available.
459 Minneapolis, approach hello, maintain 210 knots.
Maintain 210 on the speed, 459.
Delta 33, heavy, maintain 210 knots.
Maintain 210 knots, also 33, sir.
Bring that speed down to 210 now.
Same for you, 210, please.
Slowing at 210, UPS 5 Heavy.
Sun country 8650, maintain 170 knots until a 5 mile, final tower 126.7, good night.
I will tell you though, Demas,
Country 8650, bye-bye.
like I said, it's a solid aircraft, but the sounds definitely can be a lot better. I believe there's a BSS sound pack coming out for it though, so won't be long now.
C-Tron 8875, heading to Minneapolis Airport, 12 o'clock in, 12 miles, report in sight.
Field is inside, Sichuan 8875.
Throw out some spoilers here to help us slow
C-Tron
down.
8875, heavy, clear visual approach, turn a tree 0 left, maintain 190 knots.
190 knots and clear visual approach runway 30 left.
Here is our airport off there.
Delta 997 Alpha, just going to maintain
Our 10 o'clock.
UPS 5 heavy to right, heading 120 to center, maintain 6,000.
120 down to 6,000, UPS 5 Heavy.
Store those spoilers.
C-Tron 8875 heavy, maintain 170 knots until a 5 mile, final contact tower 126.7, good night.
Oh shoot.
C-Tron 8875 heavy, maintain 170 knots until a 5 mile, final contact tower 126.7, good day.
He said, oh shoot.
Yes sir, 170 until 5 mile final, and tower is 1267, and we got traffic.
Alright, we're just below green dot speed, so technically we can take flaps 1, but we'll leave it up for now.
Minneapolis approach, Delta 4211 heavy, heading 080, 7,210.
Delta 4211 heavy, turn right heading 270, intercept runway 30 left, localizer, maintain 190 knots.
We're going to intercept 30 left, 190, Delta 4211. Approach Frontier Flight 460 is with you, 8,300 for 8,000.
Frontier Flight 460, Minneapolis, approach hello, maintain 210 knots.
We're using the 210 for 460.
Delta 33 heavy, confirm you're maintaining 6,000.
We'll maintain 6,000 over 33, I'm sorry.
Delta 997 Alpha, turn left heading 030, maintain 190 knots. UPS 5 heavy, maintain 190 knots.
Slowing to 190, UPS 005 Heavy.
Delta 997 Alpha, turn left heading tree 30, intercept runway 30 left, localizer.
Still here maintaining 210, 8,000 on the altitude.
UPS 5 Heavy, turn left heading 080.
5080, UPS 5 Heavy.
Delta 997 Alpha, caution, wing turbulence, will be 5.5 and trail the Heavy 74. UPS 5 Heavy, turn left heading 360.
Left turn 360, UPS 5 Heavy.
Delta 33 Heavy, maintain 210 knots.
Maintain 210 knots, Delta 33 Heavy.
Delta 33 Heavy, traffic 11 o'clock, 5 miles, level at 6,000, turning northbound, Heavy 74, caution, wing turbulence.
Audio caution, wing turbulence, Delta 730, correction, Delta 33 Heavy.
Alright, we're in nav mode now. We're heading mode.
Rush, good evening, Air Canada 465, 310 for 30 left.
Air Canada 465, Minneapolis, approach, good evening, maintain 210 knots.
210, 465.
UPS 5 Heavy, turn left heading tree 30, intercept runway 30 left, localizer.
Left turn 350 to intercept the localizer 30 left, UPS 005 Heavy.
Delta 4211 Heavy, airport 12 o'clock, 15 miles, report inside.
We got the lights for Delta 4211 Heavy.
Delta 4211 Heavy, clear visual approach, running 30 left, maintain present speed until advised.
Present speed, visual approach approved. Delta 4211 Heavy, thanks.
UPS 5 Heavy, confirm maintaining 190 knots.
We're holding 190.
UPS 5 Heavy, thank you. Delta 4211 Heavy, traffic 1 o'clock, 2 miles, level at 4.
This is going to be a super extended
We got him on TCAS and we got him on visual 4211 Heavy.
Delta 4211 Heavy, maintain visual separation from that traffic. Maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5-mile final. Tower 126.7, good day.
26-7, do not overtake Delta 4727 Heavy.
I just confirmed that's for Delta 4211 Heavy. Delta 33 Heavy, turn left heading 330, intercept runway 30 left, localizer.
Turn right heading 320, intercept the localizer for 30 left, Delta 33 Heavy.
Delta 33 Heavy, confirm left turn, please. Left turn 330 for the localizer.
Correction, left turn 330 for the localizer, Delta 33 Heavy.
United 459, descend to maintain 7,000, maintain 190 knots at 7,000.
So maintain 7,000 at 7,000, 190 knots, United 4.
Delta 997 Alpha, turn left heading 270 to intercept runway 30
7,000, open descent. Leave the speed as it is
Delta
for now.
997 Alpha, no worries, traffic 12 o'clock, 2 miles, level at 4,000 to 737 for the right side.
The traffic for 997 Alpha.
Delta 997 Alpha, maintain visual separation from that traffic. Frontier Flight 460, maintain 190 knots.
190 for Flight 460.
UPS 5 Heavy, traffic is going to be at your 1 o'clock, 3 miles, level at 4,000 to 737 for 30 right.
Alright, let's bring that speed back. Flaps 1 now as well.
UPS 5 Heavy, maintain visual separation from that traffic. Airport 12 o'clock and about 120 miles, report inside.
Looking for the field, we'll maintain separation, UPS 5 Heavy.
And we can actually take
United 459, traffic 11 o'clock, 5 miles northwestbound is a 767 at 6,000.
Minneapolis approach of the 33 Heavy, we do not have the localizer picked up.
Delta 33 Heavy, roger, and flying in tree 20.
320, Delta 33 Heavy, thank you.
Delta 33 Heavy, flying to tree 10 now, 310 please.
310, Delta 33 Heavy.
997 Alpha, or 997 Alpha rather. Thank you for the help. Maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5-mile final. Contact tower 126.7. See you. United 459, turn left, heading 330, intercept 330 left, localizer.
Left 230, intercept 30 left, localizer, United 459.
United 415 on left, turn please, heading 330, 330 please.
Okay, 330, you were stepped on, sorry. 330 on the heading, spinning around here.
Okay, UPS 5 Heavy has the field in sight.
UPS 5 Heavy, thank you, maintain present speed, clear visual approach, runway 30 left.
Present speed, clear for the approach, 30 left, UPS 5 Heavy.
United 459, you know what, turn left, heading 310, vectors to final.
So you left 310, vectors final through United 459.
Frontier Flight 460, traffic 11 o'clock, northwest bound, level at 7,000 is a 321.
Traffic inside, Frontier Flight 460.
Frontier Flight 460, thank you.
Pushback 1679, 8,500 freight.
American 1679, Minneapolis, approach, good evening, maintain 210 knots.
210 knots, 1679.
No airport
Delta
yet.
33, I do maintain 190 knots, the Minneapolis Airport, 12 o'clock and 16 miles, report in sight.
Field search and we'll maintain 190 knots, Delta 33.
Delta 33, I do thank you, clear visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain 190 knots.
Maintain 190 knots, perfect visual 30 left, Delta 33, thank you very much.
Frontier Flight 460, turn left, heading 360.
360, Frontier Flight 460.
Air Canada 465, descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6, Air Canada 465.
Air Canada 465, flight present, heading vectors to final.
465.
United 459, traffic 1 o'clock, 2 miles, 5,600, descending is a 737. He overflew the localizer for 30 right, he's getting back to it.
United 459, traffic in sight.
United 459, thank you.
There's the
Frontier
Delta.
Flight 460 is at 8,000, please confirm.
Frontier Flight 460, yep, affirmative, 8,000 for now. I just got you, I had to fly you so far because we got a long final right now. I'll get you down as soon as I can.
Roger that, Frontier Flight 460.
There's the airport.
United 459, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000 now, 459.
Frontier
6,000,
Flight
open descent.
460, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000, Frontier Flight 460.
Air Canada 465, amend your altitude, maintain 7,000.
7,000, 465.
United 459, turn right, heading 310, 310.
310. 310, United 459.
UPS 5 Heavy, maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5-mile final, contact tower 126.7.
1267 and 170 or greater.
So we've got to adjust here for the wind components.
Air Canada 465, traffic 11 o'clock, opposite direction is 6,300, descending to 6,000 at 321.
Okay, check, thanks.
Frontier Flight 460, turn left heading 330, intercept runway 30 left, localizer.
330 to intercept the localizer, Frontier Flight 460.
It's one of the things I missed about Xplane as well. Look how far out we can see the airport and even the runway. It's great. We could actually even go visual from here if we needed to.
Delta 33 Heavy, airport is at your 12 o'clock and 4 miles, report inside.
Big field, Delta 33 Heavy.
Delta 33 Heavy, clear visual approach runway 30 left, maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5-mile final.
Maintain 170 knots or greater till 5-mile final, Delta 33 Heavy.
not picking up the localizer from here. Would need another vector.
Frontier Flight 460, turn left heading tree 00 300, please.
300, Frontier Flight 460.
Minneapolis approach, FedEx 49 with you, coming up on 80, 9,000 feet.
FedEx 49, heavy Minneapolis approach, good evening, maintain 210 knots.
210 knots, FedEx 49 heavy, thanks.
Frontier Flight 460, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000, Frontier Flight 460, airport in sight.
Frontier Flight 460, thank you, clear visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain present speed.
Visual 30, Frontier Flight 460.
Air Canada 465, turn left heading tree 60, maintain 190 knots.
360, 190 speed, Air Canada 465.
United 459, airport 12 o'clock, 16 miles, report in sight.
Airport inside 459.
United 459, clear visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain present speed until advised.
Clear visual approach, 30 left, maintain present speed till advised 459. Alright, my aircraft. And we are just gonna go direct. Captain just for
Alpha 33, heavy tower 126.7, good night.
direct
Over to tower
ABES,
12617, have a great night.
just for distance reference.
Air Canada 465, descend and maintain 6,000, turn left.
So 18 miles now here to the runway.
310, down to 6, Air Canada 465.
Air Canada 465, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock and about 4 miles level at 9,000. This is 737 for the right side.
465.
Aircraft handles so nice.
American 1679, maintain 190 knots.
Down to 190 knots, 1679.
Air Canada 465, airport 12 o'clock, 20 miles, report in sight.
465.
Xplane really has a true rendition of a fly-by-wire system. It's awesome.
Roger, yeah, 465. Can we get down to 4 because we've got some cloud in front of us?
Air Canada 465, no worries, descend and maintain 4,000.
Check 4, 465.
Let's start to descend here. We've been cleared of visual, so altitude is our discretion.
United 459, thanks for the help. Maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5-mile final, tower 126.7. Good night.
170 graded to a 5-mile final, 1267. Thanks for your help. We'll see you at 459.
482, flighting 360, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff, wind 270 at 3. Alright, 360 on the heading, 30 left, we're clear for takeoff, exec jet 482.
Tower, good evening, United 459, 11-mile final, 170 or greater till 5 with you. 30 left.
At Minneapolis Tower, there'll be a few departures prior to arrival, runway 30 left, clear to land, wind 270 at 3.
30 left, clear land, and a few departures prior to arrival, United 459, thanks.
Tower 70, where are you parking?
Terminal 2, Tower 7.
Tower 70, roger, Kilo, Sierra, and hold short on runway 4.
Kilo Sierra, hold short runway 4, power 70.
Performance Approach phase is good. And we will arm approach. Look, start. And we will see you folks on the ground.
Jet 482, contact Minneapolis departure, good night.
Jet 42, we're switching, good night.
8 mile final. Flaps 3, gear down.
United 2288, United 2238, you're next, be ready to go.
Those sounds sound so pre-recorded. We really need a
United
new
2238,
sound pack.
Minneapolis Tower.
2,500.
Okay, November 9 or 51 Juliet, you're next to go, advise ready for,
Yeah, KTL 757. I know, man. When I first got Xplane last year, I tried the jar aircraft and it was terrible. Alright, final approach speed.
2,000.
On the spoilers. Flaps full. Chime the cabin. And we are all visual now. Hopefully we don't slam it here. First landing in Xplane.
3 heavy, right 1 able ground point niner.
Right 1 able ground point niner, have a good night, Delta start to heavy.
Air 951 Juliet, runway 30 left, line up and wait. And traffic zone of 6 mile final.
30 left, line up and await, 51 Juliet. And tower front, flight 460. Establish tower final, 30 left.
Actually on a 4 mile final.
460, Minneapolis Tower, roger.
Not sure why he gave him line up and wait for him.
Minneapolis Tower, United 2238 with you holding short, runway 30 left at Alpha 1.
Air 951 Juliet, flighting 280, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff, wind 270 at 3.
Traffic.
Heading 280, 30 left, clear for takeoff, 51 Juliet.
Traffic factor.
Traffic.
Not that serious, man.
Traffic.
Target aiming Air Canada 465, final visual 30 left.
Air Canada 465, roger. Frontier flight 460, did you get a landing clear?
Not yet, flight 460.
Frontier flight 460, Minneapolis Tower, runway 30 left, clear to land, wind 270 at 3, and there'll be a few departures. Correction, there'll be a few crossings prior to your arrival.
Traffic is no fast.
And 30 left, clear to land, Frontier flight 460.
Air Canada 465, Minneapolis Tower, runway 30 left, clear to land, wind 270 at 3, multiple departures prior to your arrival.
30 left, clear to land, Air Canada 465.
Air 951 Juliet, make your
That
third
is
contact.
totally
departure
above.
4.7, good day.
Take the turn, departure 24-7.
United 2238, you're the next to go, please be ready to go.
ECAS is bugging out. 500 checked.
Terrain.
Minneapolis Tower, Tower 798 on the visual 35.
Tower 798, Minneapolis Tower, caution traffic landing at
Continue.
landing converging, runway 35, clear to land, wind 270 at 3.
Right, clear to land 35, Tower 798, thanks.
Tower 70, you still with me?
We're with you, Power 70.
Tower 70, ground point 9.
Ground point 9, Power 70.
Room 329, you with me?
Retard. 10. 5.
Tower Scout 2082, we're on visual for 35, number 2.
Man, that surely handles way differently from P3D. Felt weird.
For Scout 2082.
Well, there's decel reverse screen.
Runway 35, clear to land, wind 270 at 3.
And you're braking.
Traffic ahead.
Clear to land 35, following the traffic, Scout 2082.
You had 459, right when able, ground point 9er.
Right when able, ground point 9. Thank you, 459.
Delta 2180.
Eagle 4-3, give way, actually stand by, power 70. Go ahead and stop your taxi. I just realized you're head on with an aircraft. If you can, left turn onto Mike Charlie 2 into the ramp, please.
We should have went auto brake medium so we didn't cross the runway. But,
and over the ramp. Alright, November 8 Golf 4-3 after the 737 gets out of your way. Cross runway 4 via Sierra November, hold short runway 35.
Roger, cross runway 4 at Sierra.
1 hour and 43 minutes from Denver, not too bad.
185 on Alpha on the end of 30 left.
So the 2185 Minneapolis ground hello. Taxi straight ahead at the Alpha, cross runway 4 to the gate.
Straight ahead Alpha across 4 to the gate, 2185.
Ground, good evening, United 459 vacated, 30 left, holding short, runway 4 at Alpha.
Push approved, Delta 4962. United 459, was that you calling, sir?
Yes, sir, short of runway 4 at Alpha.
United 459, where you going?
Terminal 1.
Delta 459, cross runway 4 via Alpha into Terminal 1.
United 459, cross runway 4 via Alpha, Terminal 1, thank you. Alright.
Power 70 was still cleared to cross runway 4 here at Mike 2.
Yeah, Power 70, clear across runway 4 at Mike 2 and into the ramp. Thank you very much for your patience.
No problem at all.
Once we cross the active, we'll turn the rest of the lights off here. Got hot brakes.
Ground Delta 250 off of Mike. And,
start the APU.
Wherever gate's available.
American 9011, push and start is approved.
And
American 9011.
I know we're United, but
Alright,
we're
there's
just
a couple
going
talking over. If there's somebody still waiting for the taxi.
Eagle 43, Western Cross, runway 35 at Sierra.
Strobes auto, turn-offs off, nose lights, taxi.
Okay, Eagle 43, stand by. I'm coordinating your cross now.
American 9630 in the Echo alleyway for runway 30, right?
First calling ready to check, you're good.
November Charlie Alpha 9er.
And a ground Delta 250 off on Mike.
It is so dark here, I can't even see the taxi markings.
Eagle 403, cross runway 35 at November.
Alright, what was that landing rate, folks?
Taxi via Lima to the gate, so you have traffic on a 4-mile final.
Ground, Bernier 329, we're short 4 on Whiskey. You want us to hold on Whiskey? It looks like we got an aircraft opposite direction on Whiskey.
Eagle 43, if you can expect your taxi, please, traffic's on a 4-mile final.
Ground Frontier 460 off of Whiskey 7, holding. Ground is Eagle 43, did you tell us to cross? 3-5?
Eagle 43, I did tell you to cross now. It's a cancel your crossing clearance. I have a traffic on short final.
Roger that, big deal.
November Charlie Alpha 9er.
I think that'll do it. APU is available. We can kill 2 and 1. But overdone. That is the auto gate beacon off. Seatbelt signs off. No smoking off. Fuel pumps off. Wing light.
November Charlie Alpha 9er.
2 hours and 9 minutes block time. Not too bad.
Alright, November Charlie Alpha 9er. I got your clearance.
We're gonna disconnect. That guy's getting frustrated. No need to listen to him yell at people. So we are down here. First flight in Xplane after 1+ year. First flight in the newly released Toliss A321. I don't know. Certainly not FSLABS quality, but a great add-on for Xplane, I think, nonetheless. You gotta remember that is also the first edition, so I'm sure they'll continue to improve the aircraft as we go, or as they go. Or they're actually releasing a Neo variant as well, so looking forward to that. And BSS will probably release a sound pack that will better the aircraft here in a couple of weeks. Other than that, I mean, it's solid, man. I can't complain. Really enjoyed the flights. Really enjoyed being back in Xplane. Looking forward to doing a lot more flights in Xplane as we go on here. But other than that, we're going to call it a night. We'll probably be back tomorrow with another stream. Until then, we will see you. Thank you all for joining. Those of you that joined for the entire flight, thank you for sticking around as well. You guys take care and have a great night. We'll see you.